are sages, sants, sadhus, mahatmas. These are different words that have been used for spiritual people. When we look at the spiritual tradition, spirituality is at one end of the spectrum, and the materiality or the material sciences are other end of the same spectrum. So we don't differentiate between the spiritual and the material because it's the same spectrum. It is almost like Vibgr, where the light spectrum from violet to red, or if we expand it, you have the full electromagnetic spectrum. So it is gradations of that, from ati sukshma to sthula. So sukshma is called, or ati sukshma is that which is extremely subtle, which is what we call as a spiritual. And that is the basis for sthula, or what is called the gross or this manifest reality, this visible reality. So the Siddhas, if we look at, say sadhus, would be those that have exceptionally good value systems, those that are based on dharma, those that work for lokasangraha, those that work for paropakara. Para upakara means helping all jivarashis, all life forms. Those are the qualities of a sadhu. Now, rishis would be those that experiment with a lot of subtle stuff, for example, prana, the mind, the subtle aspects of reality, the spiritual principles behind reality. Now, siddhas are those that work on this entire spectrum, from ati sukshma to sthula. So that means they work along the lines of the Atman, or the Jivatma and Paramatma. They work along the lines of the mind, that which is subtle, sukshma sharira, and also the kaya or the sthula sharira. How to extend the lifespan, how to attain to longevity, and how to engineer life better for better progression. So this obviously is not so strictly demarcated. It's a full flow. There's a gradation, and hence you would find there is no strict compartmentalization when we look at the nomenclature. When we say siddhas, rishis, sants, sadhus, mahatmas. Many sadhu sants have also displayed siddhis. So that's where siddhi is something that everyone has heard of. Siddhis are these supernatural feats performed by great mahatmas or siddha purushas. Some of the supernatural feats, to be able to explain it, let me share with you a story, very famous story of Siddhar Tirumular, who's again a very famous siddha in the 18 Siddhargal tradition, or the 18th Siddha tradition. So Tirumular was a great Siddha Purusha who traveled to South India, and there he happened to view a group of cows crying over that dead cowherd. The cowherd's name was Moolan. On seeing this, the Siddha Purusha felt moved and hence decided to accomplish something called Parakaya Pravesha, or Koodu Vittu Koodu Payaradu. That means, he preserved his body in the trunk of a tree, hollow tree, and then entered through the sukshma. He entered the body of Moolan and revived the cowherd. On seeing this, the cows were very happy, and he led them to the village. And there, his wife, Moolan's wife, observed that Moolan's behavior was not normal. So when she reported this to the village elders, generally in the village elders provide the necessary moral support, the necessary direction to everybody. So on approaching Moolan, they found that this was no normal person. And hence they called him Tirumular. That means a great personage. There is no longer a normal cowherd. And hence, from that time onwards, he he felt his job was done by bringing the cows back, and he went back to the hollow of the tree, and he found that his body was missing. His original body, that of a Siddha Deha, a great body that has gone through so much tapasya, has been prepared for various siddhis, and that is missing. And that's when he realized it is Shivabarman's Tiruvilayadal, or what is called the play or Leela of Bhagavan Shiva. And understanding this, because the Siddhas have deep knowledge, they understand everything to be a manifestation of the play of Bhagavan, the play of the great God, the Adi Paramashiva. So understanding this, he dwelt in the body of Moolan. And as Tirumular, every year he would come out of Samadhi and record, his disciples would record a mantra. And that's how the Tirumandiram, which is a very, very famous text of Shaiva Siddhanta. In the Siddha text, Tirumandiram is very famous. So that is a record of 3,000 mantras, which Tirumular, coming out of his Samadhi, every year one mantra would be recorded. So you can imagine, Siddhas are also associated with long lifespan, longevity. And that comes from a deeper understanding of life.